It's the last day of Henry VI Part 1 here on Shakesyear, and we get to hear from King Henry VI himself. Yay! How nice of him to make an appearance in his own play. So yeah, the whole play, there's been fighting between the French and the English were losing ground, and then they kind of sort of got it back again, but they lost their main hero Talbot, but the French also lost Joan of Arc. She was captured and burned at the stake. So now the English are thinking they've won, they'll make peace. King Henry will marry Margaret, who is the Rainier's daughter, in France, so then they'll be united in marriage, and the two sides can, broker a peace or something from that. And the Earl of Suffolk is the one that's actually sort of coordinating this whole marriage, because he thinks Margaret is really pretty and wants to have her around. So yesterday they were talking about how they get, or just before yesterday's monologue, they were talking about how to get the king out of this other marriage that he's supposed to be in, so that he's free to marry Margaret. And the King of Suffolk is like, this shouldn't be about money. She has the place, and if the king says he wants her, then, which he just did because I just told him that he wants her, then he gets her. And the king replies, "Whether it be through force of your report, my noble Lord of Suffolk, or for that my tender youth was never attaint with any passion of inflaming love, I cannot tell. But this I am assured, I feel such sharp dissension in my breast, such fierce alarums both of hope and fear, as I am sick with working of my thoughts. Take therefore shipping, post my lord to France, agree to any covenants, and procure that Lady Margaret do vouchsafe to come to cross the seas to England and be crowned King Henry's faithful and anointed queen. For your expenses and sufficient charge, among the people gather up a tenth. Begone, I say, for till you do return, I rest perplexed with 1,000 cares. And you, good uncle, banish all offense. If you do censure me by what you were, not what you are, I know it will excuse this sudden execution of my will. And so conduct me, where from company I may revolve and ruminate my grief." And he leaves, and Gloucester, his good uncle that he just referred to a moment ago, also known as the Duke of Humphrey, who was King Henry V's brother, is like, yeah, I hope that you grieve well. And then he leaves, and left on stage is the Earl of Suffolk, who's like, and now I have them. So he goes to go get Margaret, and he knows that the king will kind of do whatever he says. Like the king just did give him sort of carte blanche to go to France and agree to anything as long as he gets Margaret. And so Margaret will come back, and Suffolk knows that he can control the king by controlling Margaret, so he will control everything. And then there's a great big dun 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 stinger, and the play ends, and it means that everybody has to come back for Henry VI Part 2, which we will start in on tomorrow. And we'll see how this whole Suffolk-Margaret thing shakes out. Anyway, I'll see you then. Mwah.